Good evening, everyone. At this time, before we officially start our program, if we could have a moment of silence for the news that we heard today for the 14 kids in the elementary school in Texas, we can have a moment of silence. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I think we all received a call from RITA. When she calls, you show up. And whatever RITA asks, obviously she gives so much to our community. We're going to introduce RITA here in a second, but welcome to the Asian American Group AAPI Heritage Celebration. Thank you, Governor, for being here, for creating a healthier and safer Nevada. Thank you, First Lady Kathy, for your presence and always being here with the community. Please give a warm, extremely warm welcome to the founder of the Asian American Group, Rita VASWANI.
Small correction, it's actually Mike VASWANI is the founder. Thank you. Yes, if you remember 26 years ago. How many of you are still with us from day one? Shelley Berkeley, of course, Dick Sigerbloom, Commissioner Sigerbloom, Barbara Shigowski. I mean, we've done so many events over the period of 26 years. And our group is now having the second generation of leaders. So this is great. This is really great. Now, Asian American Group was formed under the leadership of Mike VASWANI, my husband. Unfortunately, he's not keeping good health and he's home, and he gives his wishes to this event tonight. And I promised him that I will continue this, but I can't do it alone. And I'm going to tell you who are the people that are going to be helping me here tonight. His dream was to have the Asian community have a political movement, have a voice through the leaders in our community, such as Governor SISOLAK and Commissioner Justin Jones and Commissioner Dick Sigerbloom as well. And it's very important, yes. And previously, our Congresswoman Shelley Berkeley, she was one of the first ones who actually joined Asian American Group. And Barbara, you've been also great to us. So I would like, this group will not exist without our volunteers, and you can see how fast they moved, 230 people tonight, or at least fast enough, right? So I'd like to mention our leaders of our Asian American Group. Our right-hand person of Mike is Dennis Rucker, our EVP. Harry Singh is the Diversity Vice President. He's the one that reaches out to different community leaders to make sure that they're aware of Asian American Group. And I'm going to call on the rest of the people that are here. Faith Ramos, Odessa Herrera, Anu Ande. Come on guys, where are you? Come over here. Savita Koshal, Garima Bhardwaj, Steve Lee, Amy Chang, Ronnie Chang, Dr. Upinder Singh, Fionn Chong, and a few others are on vacation, so obviously that's a better place to be than here, right? So this is our group here. This is who's making this place possible, because without them, we don't have this event. Did I miss somebody? I know a couple of our people too have the COVID. Unfortunately, one found out today, the other two yesterday, the other day 3 days back. So, oh, Jack Wan, where are you? Did he leave? Okay, Attorney Jack Wan from Markey and Orbach. Of course, he's been our legal counsel for many years. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you for supporting our Asian American Group, and we will continue on our political movement, our charitable philanthropic movement, and anything else that we need to do for our community to rise above. Thank you.
All right.
Now, I'd like to call in our sponsors for the event, and if you could just stand up or be in your table. Attorney Jack Wan, he's a senior partner of Markey and Orbach, and he's not here. The Sleep Center of Nevada, where's Dr. Prabhu, right there. Let me go back to what I wanted to say earlier. 26 years ago, Mike VASWANI met Dr. Prabhu, and through the leadership over and over again with our former late Senator Harry Reid, who has given us the inspiration to form AAG. This is what has become of it. It was through his efforts, and we thank him dearly for that over and over, because without our late Senator Harry Reid, we won't have an AAG tonight. Yes, we had the guidance of Dr. Prabhu, helping Mike to make it what it is, and we just improvised ourselves along the way. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Prabhu. Now our sponsors, again, I'll go back to Sleep Center of Nevada, which is Dr. Prabhu. Nathan Adelson is represented by Matthew Cox. Intermountain Health is represented by Karim Casey, President. Where's Karim? Oh, stand up. You need to stand up. That's the President of Intermountain Health. GMT, Non-Medical Transport, email, Bigview, where are you? Right there. You see them all over town. Galleria Women's Health, Dr. Dipali Kesia, right there. UMC, Martha Alsay, where is UMC? Please stand, can you stand up? Thank you. Royal Springs Healthcare and Rehab, Odessa Barrera, right there. Dr. Taylor Health Solutions, where are you? She's not here yet, but her table is full. Integrated Multi-Specialty Medical Group, Dr. Salvatore Borromeo. Are you here? Not yet. On the way. Oh, you're here. Okay, thank you. Dr. Ori Nagy, Neurologist and Vice President of Medical Board of Examiners. Right there. Doctor, thank you. Nevada Restaurant Association, Chris Perrick and the group. Where are they? Alexandra. By the way, Chris, can you remain standing? And guess whose restaurant is this? Yay. Chris Perrick. Thank you. Thank you for accommodating. HR Global Consulting, Harry Singh. And of course, with the College of Southern Nevada, CSN, Dr. Federico Zaragoza. Who doesn't know him? Right? Nevada Donor Network, Joe Ferreira and President CEO, along with Stephen PERALTA. Now, of course, we have a big group that we always see in every event. Ronnie Chang and his community members of the Chinese community of Las Vegas. And of course, we have also the chairman or president of Nevada Chinese Association, Mr. Jia Ming Zhang. Where is he? He's not here yet? Okay, he should be here soon. Okay, now I'd like to, okay. Another group that is here too is the Nevada Community Health Center. I'd like for Hannah Brown to stand up. She's got the Hannah Brown Elementary School. She's the chairman of the Nevada Community Health Center, and of course Harry Singh is the president. And I'd like to call on the board members that are here. Darcy Urick, Brenda Kin, Van Flugnan, Steve Lee, Brenda Brom, where are you? Faith Ramos. Where's everybody? Oh, they're waving. Okay. Now, this, Hannah, I'm going to take this word from you because it's your group. This was launched in March of 2022, and this is for the underserved community of Las Vegas. Uninsured, underinsured, to include children, mental health, substance abuse, and of course, adult autism and Down syndrome. You want to say a few words about that? Okay. Then, of course, right underneath that, we decided that we need another group called Nevada Care Providers. They cover almost 300 group homes for caring for our senior citizens. If you multiply the numbers, we have almost 3,000 elderly in those group homes, and they need help. Majority are Filipino-owned caregivers and administrators, and of course, they are always looking for programs and certification and registry of caregivers because we're running short again and again. They are out there to reach to elected officials to help them to find more caregivers to take care of our elderly. So the group that we have here is, of course, Faith Ramos, Odessa, and I think she's not here today. So now also, as of now, you've not heard of the Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada. Have you heard of that? They have 300 members. I would like to recognize them. They're here. right there. Elizabeth Villar Gamboa is the new president with Belen Gabado and three more that are coming, correct? Thank you, Elizabeth. They have 280 nurses right now in their group, so please let them know that we appreciate them every single day. Thank you so much. And of course, we have our friends as well. Ili Rohani, is she here?
Yes.
Oh, there she is. Thank you. Again, part of our Asian community. Agnes Botelho. Yes, she is. Where's Agnes? I saw her earlier. Okay. Diane Piple-Chio. Where is she? She was here earlier. There, she's over there. She's waving. Okay. Thank you. Did I miss anybody?
Max Berkeley.
Max Berkeley.
Oh, Max Berkeley.
Oh, our friend here. I saw you growing up. I kept looking at you. Please give Max Berkeley a big hand. He's going to be one of our judges. And guess whose son is that? Shelley Berkeley's son. Ah, we saved the last. Best. Dr. Bermeo, you just got in here. We just recognized your table. A group of doctors. If you look at the room today, you have doctors and nurses and God knows whatever. And the community. I just want to call a laugh to this one. So now I'm back to Stephen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rita, and to all of our distinguished guests here. Again, when the name Rita VASWANI appears on your phone, you pick it up. You know that something important is going to be communicated over to you. And when Rita asked us here at Nevada Donor Network to be a part of this event, absolutely, any way that we could help support. But also when Rita asked to share a little bit about the Nevada Donor Network, we absolutely take that call. And it's more than just a call for us here at Nevada Donor Network. Joe Ferreira, our president and CEO, we take great pride, but it's a great honor to be a part of this calling, of this movement, of this higher being, the most altruistic love of being an organ, ocular, and tissue donor. And we can't do the work with what we do here in Nevada without all of you. And especially those in our AAPI community, we thank you, we service you, and we honor you. At this moment, to talk a little bit more about our mission, I think it's better to hear and also to recognize and introduce two beautiful and powerful women that are part of our board. First off, COURTNEY KAPLAN, if you can join me up here. Please give her a round of applause, COURTNEY KAPLAN. And also, I just wanted to also recognize, just to stand here by us, Ms. Barbara Lasky. If Barbara, if you could come up here as well. They're going to share a few words and to really, I think, drive home the message about being a part of this community and the importance of it. Barbara has been a long-standing member of our community, but her daughter, Lauren, received a double lung transplant over at UCLA in October of 2020. She was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, and we fight for Lauren. We fight for the Nevadans just like Lauren, each and every day. And that's on the transplant recipient side. We can't do the work without reaching out to our community to please check the box and be an organ donor. And here to share a few words is coming from COURTNEY KAPLAN to share a little bit about Mikey and his decision of being an organ donor.
One important message here. We have a translator in Chinese, so she's going to translate word by word every word that has been spoken today. Thank you. Z just graduated from UNLV Law School. Just graduated with honors.
Hello everyone, my name is Courtney. I first want to recognize each and every one of you in this room because I know that if you weren't a doer, you would not be here. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here because you obviously get it. And I hope that my story can lend you a little bit more toward the why we're here. So I wanted to introduce you to my son, Michael. Michael was 18 years old. He was in a tragic motor vehicle accident 3 years ago, and because he checkboxed yes at the DMV when we were getting his motorcycle endorsement on his driver's license, there are 8 people right now who are enjoying their life to the fullest because Michael said yes. There are countless others whose lives have been enhanced through tissue and ocular donation as well. I wanted to bring you and read you actually a handwritten letter from one of Michael's recipients. I received this letter in 2020, and this is from a gentleman named Hong. He writes, "Dear Michael's family, my name is Hong, and I hope you are all healthy and safe. My family and I wish you all happiness and prosperity in life. I will forever be thankful to Michael, as he is the only reason I am lucky enough to be alive, and well enough today as I am not fluent in English. It is difficult for me to fully express my gratitude, but I hope you all know that Michael has brought me and my family infinite joy. I will always keep Michael and your family in my prayers, and I hope you all stay healthy and happy for the rest of your lives. Thank you, and I wish you all the best." And imagine, for me, I received the call that dropped me to my knees that day when I found out that my son was in an accident. And I had no idea to what extent my life would be changed. But I can tell you today that if it wasn't for the fact that Michael said yes, I might not be able to function. Having my extended family, I call them my recipient family members, carrying a piece of my son and having his life live through them is the greatest honor that any parent, anybody can possibly have. So please, do what you can. Do what you can. Say yes. Talk about it. Talk to your families. Have the conversation. Yes, it is uncomfortable, but look at what it does. I'm going to read you one more instant message. This is an instant message I got from a woman named Mallory in 2020. She said, "Hi, Courtney. My name is Mallory, and I am the daughter-in-law of Mikey's double lung recipient. We actually just received your letter today, all these months later. We are able to find you from the information in your letter and confirm with the video on your Facebook. We were going to reach out, but we're advised to wait, as well as we know how hard it's been to find the right words to say when you were given a second chance at life. My father-in-law's name is Harold, and he would love to speak with you if you're open to it. They placed the phone number. He can't wait to hear from you and learn more about Mikey and welcome you to our family." What an honor. We actually met Harold. We spent Michael's 20th birthday with him in 2020. And I will tell you, from a mother's standpoint, I knew that I had my son back. I could feel his spirit coming through that man. And what an honor it was to meet him. So please, please, do what you can to help support our state, because we need a transplant center here. There are too many people here waiting, and they will wait, and they will not get an organ. So it is up to each and every one of you to stand up and do what you can to make this happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney. Again, it's a great honor to be a part of the Nevada Donor Network and to be able to share with our AAPI community the importance of health, wellness, family, share this message each and every day. Before I introduce our next speaker, Harry Singh, the work is not possible without the amazing board been a part of our work, and many of them are here today. Our Vice Chair, Shelley Berkeley, thank you. Barbara Molaski, thank you. Rita VASWANI, thank you. Major Martin Molesto, Nevada Highway Patrol, thank you. CARLA PEREZ, Universal, thank you so much, Carla. And all of our other countless board members that are in attendance, we thank you from the bottom of our heart. Another phone call that comes through that you pick up is Harry Singh. So to say a few words, Harry, I'll turn it off to you.
Thank you, Stephen. Very good evening to all distinguished guests and fellow community members and the leaders. Thank you, Joe, for recognizing me and trusting me to give me a position to chair your Diversity Council. Tough job, but I'd love to do it. My focus, which I created along with the team members, is to reach out to every household. I've been told that we are almost 3 million people, and in waiting is about 1,000 people and asking for our organs to be replaced so that they can live a happy life. So we believe we can reach to at least a couple of million people to say that, come forward, anything, which is when we call it as just tick when you're in DMV. or register yourself on their website. It's giving a life. My importance of communicating to you all, besides my activity as a Diversity Council Chair along with my other members, is to educate everyone else with one word: donate life. I think so in every green bag which every guest of mine is carrying home today will carry this pin. Please wear it, because whenever you are attending an event, talking to some individual, going home with someone else, somebody will ask you a question about this. Just tell them it's important sign. Donate life. Give somebody a life. There are examples right here on my right and left. This is what I have because I'm too emotional right now, because this cause is very, very close to me. So I'm putting my best foot forward to bring in. That's what when Rita says we are coming together to address the issue of a group homeowners, to understand how important an organ donation is, to educate their families who are patients are living or lying over there in their one of the bed. So there is a mission, and the mission is donate life. Thank you very much.
前面Rita 讲的那些我就没有办法了啊，对不起大家。各位先生、女士们，晚上好啊！今天大家很荣幸来到这里参与这次活动。刚刚讲话的那位女士呢，她的名字叫 COURTNEY。然后他首先跟大家说感谢大家的参与，他想要跟大家分享他的故事。他的儿子 Michael 在3年前有了一次交通事故，然后也因为这次事故，儿子不幸丧生了。但是在儿子之前申请驾照的时候，那个驾照上面有一项说要不要去做器官捐赠者。那我想在座的各位很多人可能也有，就是在驾照上面有一颗小星星。他的言外之意就是，如果因为任何事故，这个驾照的持有人如果没有办法在此持续生命的话，他自己愿意把他的器官捐赠给社区里面有需要的人。所以他的儿子在很小的时候就做了这个决定。然后，他的器官获益的第一位呢，就叫做 Han 这位先生，在得到了器官捐赠了之后，给 COURTNEY Michael 的妈妈写了一封信。然后那个信里面写：“亲爱的 Michael 的亲人，祝福你全家开心。全都是因为 Michael 的帮助，我才可以持续我的人生。虽然我的英语现在还不太好，但是我会代替 Michael 继续持续我的生活。如果没有 Michael 之前的决定的话，我现在已经不知身在何方。”然后他欢迎了 COURTNEY 成为他们家的一份子。在对不起，我有一点点激动。然后在过去这件事情过去了几年之后，COURTNEY 又跟 Han 全家一起庆祝了 Michael 21岁的周日生日。然后在 COURTNEY 在看到他们家人他们持续的家人里面， COURTNEY 有感受到他儿子的气息，他儿子的一言一行。正是因为 Michael 的善举，可以让另外的家庭可以持续生活。然后他的第2位捐赠者呢，是把 Michael 的2个肺部全部做了器官移植。那位女孩有给 Michael 的家人写信，说感谢你们全家，并且我们想感谢你作为一个器官的捐赠者。我知道 Michael 的离世让您很难过，但是如果你愿意的话，我就是你的女儿，我就是你们以后的一家人。COURTNEY 非常的感动。COURTNEY 说，如果没有 Michael 3年前的决定的话，那他将不知道是怎么样才能够持续他的生活。正是因为这一项善举， COURTNEY 决定要继续支持这个器官捐赠。这是 COURTNEY 的故事。然后在 COURTNEY 结束了之后， Dr. Henry SINGH 也是 AAG 的Vice President 有发言，他说：“晚上好，各位领导好。感谢大家对我的关注跟信任。那我的工作呢是帮助别人。目前为止，我已经帮助到300万人口。我的目标很简单：第一，是我想要回馈社会；第二，我是想要奉劝大家更多的去做一个捐赠者，给予以德报福。我现在非常的感激感动，大家一定要知道捐赠器官的重要性。谢谢。”
Thank you. Thank you very much. And also, I'd be remiss that about a year ago, when we talk about the community collaboration and fighting for Nevadans every single day, Joe and I had an opportunity to sit down and meet with Commissioner Sigerbloom about a year ago at the Senoras and Senoritas Gala. And he shared with us the importance of organ, organ and tissue donation from his perspective. His wife had to leave and receive her transplant in another state. And so, Commissioner, we're fighting for your wife and the stories that come behind it. To continue this collaboration with the next generation, I'd like to call up Dr. Federico Zaragoza from CSN, talk about this partnership and collaboration with CSN and our Asian community.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Federico Zaragoza, and I am the president of the College of Southern Nevada. And I'm very pleased to be here today, in part because to us, the Asian community is one of our fastest growing sectors of our student body. Already it represents 10% of our student body. So I think it's important to recognize that they're already a major part, but it's also our fastest growing sector. And in that spirit, I think the College of Southern Nevada is looking for partnerships, and we're looking for opportunities to enhance, if you will, the lives of all Southern Nevadas. And I want to talk to you very quickly today about a partnership that is in its preliminary stages, but it's a very important concept in terms of the kind of work that we're doing. So you heard that when Harry calls, you pick up the phone, right? You heard that? Well, I heard that the first day that I was here in Southern Nevada. And so when Harry did call, we had an opportunity to talk a little bit about, what could we be doing to address some of the workforce needs in the health sector. Governor, you'll be pleased to know that, in spite of all of the efforts that we've done, and we're growing the number of nurses in Southern Nevada, but the gap, the delta is huge. But we're looking at different models. And so one of the models that we're looking at right now, we're partnering with Harry to be able to develop a bridge program where Harry is going to be recruiting graduates from the Philippines and other Asian countries. So this is just kind of the beginning, to bring individuals that have completed their program of studies externally, but they come to Southern Nevada, and then we're going to be doing a bridge program. We're going to help them pass the NCLEX. So they'll be able then to practice in Southern Nevada, and they'll be adding to the workforce that's already here. So that's just an example of the kind of work that is going on and the collaboration that happens when we get a group like this together. So again, I want to thank our Asian American and Pacific Islander community for their hospitality here, Governor. So good to see you again. Colleagues and guests, thank you for this opportunity to address you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Zaragoza. Please join me in welcoming other distinguished members and guests. Secretary of State, Barbara Sagafsky. Commissioner Tex Sigerbloom. Commissioner Justin Jones. Attorney General Aaron Ford. Sends his regards, is not able to be here today. Also special guests, Cindy Lai, representing Senator Jackie Rosen's office. Jerry Schroeder, representing Congresswoman Susie Lee. Lily Spinello, representing Congresswoman Dina Titus. And Marcus Ibarra, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. At this time, please everyone stand up and give a Nevada welcome to our Governor, Steve SISOLAK.
Thank you all very much. First off, I'm going to reiterate a comment that was made earlier by Stephen. If we could just have a brief moment of silence for the 18 lives, 18 children and 3 adults at last count that died in Uvalde today as a result of the Census Act. I keep saying we can do better, and thoughts and prayers aren't enough, but this has to stop. So we just have a moment of silence, please. Thank you all very much. And I'm going to deviate from my script a little bit. I want to notice we've got a lot of candidates that are here tonight. And I've been a candidate, I'm an incumbent now, but I'm going to ask the candidates to stand up one at a time. I don't want a campaign speech, just tell me what your name is and what you're running for. And I'm going to tell you why. Because these individuals took the time to show up, to be here, and to make a difference. because they care. They care about this community. They care about what's right in this community. They care about what's right with the AAPI community. And they will make great public servants. So I'm going to ask them, starting on this side, if you just get up, give me your name and the office you're running for, and I won't expect you to write it down, but when you start filling out your sample ballot, maybe you're going to remember some of these names. So if I could ask anybody over here who's a candidate, okay, anybody in the middle, I know we've got candidates here. You know, I took 100 pictures, or at least Kathy did. Okay, let's go this way. Back.
Max Berkeley, Justice Court Department 7.
Okay, Justin Tick, come on.
Justin Jones, running for re-election to Clark County Commission, District F.
Tick Sanger Bloom, District E.
Type big. And shout real loud.
Las Vegas Justice Court, Department 6. Judge Ellie Romani, District Court, Department 11. Danielle Whitford Shield, Las Vegas Justice Court, Department 13. Assemblywoman Heidi Katama, District 2, ready to begin.
Do we get everybody? Okay, again, I'm not lobbying or campaigning for any of these individuals, even though I'd like to campaign for a few of them. Most of them, quite frankly, probably all of them. Please remember who they are, because they showed up tonight. They didn't call it in. They didn't say they wish they could have been here. They're here because they care. So I've got one more thing that before I get into a few really brief remarks. With Courtney and Barbara and Mikey and Lauren, those are heroes, folks. Those are heroes. First off, they check the box, and that's what we're asking you to do. Just check the damn box. It'll save lives. Yes, we need a transplant center, but we need organs to transplant. So check the box. It's going to save a life when you least expect something tragic to happen. I know it's an uncomfortable discussion to have with your family members. I get that. I get that. But have the discussion anyway. I know it might be a difficult decision. It shouldn't be, but make the decision anyway. I want you to go online. If you're not sure if you're an organ donor, if it doesn't say so on your driver's license, go online and check it and become an organ donor. You will save lives. As Courtney said, 8 lives, 8 people were the beneficiaries. And a mother who goes through losing her son stands up here and tells us how important it is that these organs can be donated. God bless you for what you're doing. If that doesn't impact you, nothing will. Because there's a lot of people, as they said, that are out there that need organ donations and need transplants. Okay, so I'm now going to make my comments. Of course, here, thank you. Oh yeah, then I'm gonna. You go with that, then I'll go with that.
OK， 刚刚那个 CSN 的校长有提到简短的提到了他的 partnership。 跟 Mr. Henry Singh 现在有做一个初期合作阶段的 partnership 的活动，然后他们现在想要把外国的，特别是在菲律宾的一些学医的学生，让他们到美国来继续，然后可以帮助他们通过考试。CSN 的校长非常欢迎大家踊跃的参与这个活动。然后州长的发言呢，州长刚刚说，首先为德州的18个孩子跟3个成年人的悲剧来感到默哀。 第二个呢，就是刚刚站起来很多人，他们都是接下来要参选政府官员的人。州长给这些人很多的欣赏，因为他们非常关心这个社区。如果不关心这个社区的话，是不会做出想要参选的这个决定的。然后第三个，州长鼓励大家积极的去网上检查，他希望更多的人可以作为器官捐赠者。这样的话，像 Courtney 刚刚说的 ，Michael 的一个善举救了8个人的人命，所以如果 Courtney 的故事不能够感动在座的各位的话，州长不知道什么样的故事能够感动大家。谢谢。
So, I'm here with my wife, Kathy, who is only one of 2 Asian American First Ladies in the country. And we could not have a better First Lady than my wife, Kathy. She is extremely strong in her support of the Asian American community, and I think you all know that. It's AAPI Month, Heritage Month, and that's why it's even more important and fitting that we're here today. We're working to create a Nevada that is inclusive and welcoming to all walks of life, including those in our Asian communities. I'm a proud partner and supporter in these efforts. While we recognize and honor the many contributions these communities have made to the state of Nevada, it's important to talk about the very real hardships many have experienced. I know all of you know this well. I don't need to repeat it. The last 2.5 2.5 years have been really difficult. Nothing about COVID has been easy. We've had to make difficult decisions, and my primary concern was to protect and save lives and to protect those livelihoods so we could bring the jobs back and bring our economy back as we move forward. But during this time, and I've been in politics for a while, and I've got pretty thick skin, you can take some abuse that I get. It's the truth. We saw an unprecedented surge in anti-Asian crime and hate speech, which is 100% unacceptable. My wife is accused of having a family business in, I don't know, Beijing or something, in China, and being a Chinese foreign agent. She was born in Ely. That's how intelligent some of these folks are. They don't even care. They just spread hate because of the way you look or what your name is. It's got to stop, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot tolerate hate at any level. Whether it's, thank you. Whether it's anti-Asian hate, whether it's bigotry, whether it's Semitism, it's got to stop. We are better than this. We are a better community and a better society than this. Our children are better than we're acting. I met with a group of high school student council presidents and had a great discussion. It was off the record, and the only media that was there was student media from the student newspapers. I said, what's going on with the violence in the school? The kids said to me, Governor, have you watched the school board meeting? I said, yeah. They go, well, how do you expect, why are you surprised when you watch a school board meeting that it doesn't boil over into our campuses? You're right. The adults are not setting a good example, and it's their job to set an example. We need to do better. The pandemic has brought to light issues that we never faced before. AAG helped us incredibly during this pandemic. They distributed food. They distributed COVID testing. They gave up vaccines. They sponsored clinics. People that were formerly volunteers at our food banks suddenly became needy of the food. It's turned full circle, folks. And as a community, I don't think any community stepped up bigger than the Asian American community did. And you deserve a round of applause for that. You know why? Because you care. Because you care about your community. You care about your fellow neighbors. You care what happens in our community. And I thank you for that. We work every day to bring awareness to these issues, to celebrate our diversity. And when I'm talking about diversity, I'm asking you here tonight, look to your left and look to your right. That's what a diverse community is about. This is a diverse community. This is what makes up the fabric of the state of Nevada. And I'm damn proud that this makes up the fabric of the state of Nevada. And I'll wrap up with I am committed to collaborating with everyone here to ensure better, a safer, a more inclusive Nevada for everybody. Thank you all very much for having me. God bless you. It is the honor of my life to be your governor. Thank you.
州长接着说，我在这一次的活动呢，是我跟我太太一起参加的。她在我的眼里是最棒的第一女士。那这一次的活动是亚洲文化节我们的文化背景更好的适应这一次的活动。那过去的2年里 ，COVID 的原因让我们都非常的不容易。那我的工作呢，第一项是保护生命，第二个是促进经济。我们在社区里面听到了很多仇恨亚裔的言谈举止。他认为是100%不能够被接受的。他说，曾经有人说我太太在北京有生意，但是奇怪的是，我太太是在伊犁出生的，没有比这个更让他觉得不可思议的。他说，我们一定要停止亚裔仇恨。那社会如果不为学校设立一个良好的榜样的话，在学校里接受教育的孩子们也没有办法受到最好的教育。AAG 在这一次社区里面是领先的榜样者，他们捐赠了很多的食物、口罩、测试剂等等。那亚裔们在这次 COVID 的活动中特别的积极踊跃，他们对社区的贡献也是最大的。州长认为这次的原因，他这么多亚裔这么做的原因，是因为亚裔特别在乎这个社区。那他让大家看看这个房间里面的陈设，这个房间里面在座的各位，他说这个房间代表了社区的多元化。内华达州是一个非常多元的州，他为此特别的感到骄傲。谢谢。
As we come to a close, thank you again, Governor. Thank you, First Lady. As we come to a close, again, each and every one of you received that call. You are important. You make a difference. The brain trust and the leadership of the AAPI community is right here. As the Governor said, we need you to collaborate. We need community organizing and to be involved. To close out this program, Rita, one of the most important aspects is eating. I know we're hungry, but I'll turn it over to you next.
Stephen, but I forgot. Can you take a look at this pictures at the back here, photos? There's a husband and wife. They're both engineers, and she did this out of her passion for painting. Arcila, can you stand up, please, with your husband? She did these paintings. Both are engineers in the city. Thank you so much. And now, of course, we're at the end of our program, but I'd like to call on our very good friend, the First Lady, Kathy SISOLAK, to be with us here to stand. She represents the AAPI, so maybe one word?
Thank you all for being here. I'm a proud member of the AAPI community, and thank you so much. Short and sweet.
And just to mention to you, of course, we have Victoria's taking all the photos here tonight. We're probably close to 500. And Mark is doing the video, and this is going to be done on YouTube probably next week, but you'll get a copy of it. So everybody that's here tonight, please make sure that Victoria's taking your photo over and over and over again, especially the candidates. We do want your photos to be displayed every single time, all right? Please drive home safe, and all I can say is donate, 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 because you're saving lives. If one person can give to 8 people, can you imagine how you can multiply that? Quite a bit. And I'm sure Ronnie Chang, you have your community leader, you have 2 Chinese newspaper here. Helen Su, can you get up please? Yeah. And the other lady, she's got the weekly Chinese newspaper that comes out. And the other lady that's here too with the Chinese newspaper. So all of this will be printed in their newspapers in Chinese. Amy?
Yeah.
Did I miss somebody?
Yeah. The gentleman.
Okay.
A very famous Chinese newspaper, 新闻报.
Stephen 刚才说感谢大家的共同协作，然后 Rita 有请我们的第一夫人上来讲话。在第一夫人讲话之前呢，她给大家介绍了这2幅画。这2幅画是由站在那边刚刚站起来的2位工程师在业余的时间作为兴趣画的画。然后第一夫人刚刚说她是亚裔的代表 ，Rita 说第一夫人是亚裔的代表，然后亚裔夫人说我非常荣幸的作为亚裔的一员。Rita 最后想要传递给大家的口号是。做一个器官捐赠者，我们的目标是要保护生命然后最后 Rita 有介绍我们的 Ronnie Chen 先生，还有 Helen 女士，还有另外一位知名的中国报纸，然后还有鲲鹏先生坐在那个角落，谢谢大家。
In closing, I would like to thank everybody for attending this event tonight. I apologize if some of you are seated in somebody else's table or chairs, but we're a happy family here tonight. So I'd like to start with our guest table here for the dinner. You have wonderful dishes waiting for you tonight. Chris, Bindi Parikh, thank you. Chris, where are you? Can you lead the way for the governor and his wife? Thank you.
No pressure, Chris.
Again, thank you so much for coming. Get your photos, take photos, exchange cards, and get to know everybody. All our candidates tonight, wherever you are, Max Berkeley, we want you up there.
PEREZ. I'm with the Valley Health System, and I just want to express the significant need that we have for healthcare professionals throughout the state of Nevada, particularly registered nurses. with the pandemic and with the increase in healthcare services across the state, we are in need, and we appreciate the efforts that Harry Singh is doing and bringing nurses into the community and being able to assimilate them into our community to be able to service our patients.
My name is Federico Zaragoza. I'm the president for the College of Southern Nevada, and then we're very pleased to confirm our partnership with the Asian American group, and specifically with the leadership of Harry Singh. We're developing a very innovative program to address the nursing gap here in Southern Nevada, and we're going to engage in recruitment of about 20 Philippine nurses that'll come into Southern Nevada. They will get their certification by passing the NCLEX exam through CSN. So these are individuals that are going to come to us to be the next generation of bilingual nurses here in Southern Nevada.
KAPLAN. I'm a very proud mother of an organ donor hero. My son Michael Sigler was able to save 8 lives and enhance the lives of so many others through for his decision to say yes. Checkbox yes, yes, yes. It changes lives and it makes such a difference in the world, and I appreciate you listening.
Nevada Governor Steve SISOLAK, and thanks for inviting me here tonight. Thank you to AAG for being here, for inviting us tonight. We ask everybody, please check the box. Become an organ donor if you're not already. And if you are, donate to the cause. They're doing such great work, it's saving lives. We thank you for participating and ask everybody, take the time to check the box.